One of the theories of social stratification explains that no man or no society is equal. So should we go by the theory that every individual or every society is unequal? With these few lines, I am Ms. Vidya and I am here to teach you Sociology for ISC 2021. Well, I began with social stratification, which means the division of society. And I have already introduced the word inequality. Taking this term, today I would like to deal with the fifth topic in your syllabus. If you just look at your ISC reduced syllabus, children, then the sixth chapter of ISC Sociology is all about social stratification. This was a chapter which was already there, but few of the topics have been newly introduced only in 2015. So, one of the newly introduced topics is gender issues, and this topic is very interesting, and most of the children will also like it because we see or we hear time and again on the news, we read it in the newspapers, we hear people discussing about the gender issues and the discrimination of women in India. So I would like to build up on this interesting topic today and would like to explain to you about the gender issues which are being faced in India. Alright, so you can see here on the board, I have a picture here. Very clearly, I think you will be drawn towards two colors here, one pink and one blue. The pink denoting the female and the blue picture denoting the male gender. However, here I am not going to talk about only the differences between the male and the female, but I will also be explaining to you, look at the second word here, the issues. Issues meaning the problems that society faces, alright, because of the discrimination or the bias in gender. Most of you must have heard about the term gender bias. Gender bias denoting discrimination between a male and a female. This is what we are going to learn in today's session. Now let me show you some of the images regarding the gender discrimination in India. Let me start with this image. Evils in India, some of the social evils like dowry, domestic violence, violation of rights, unwanted abortion, trafficking, child marriage, parda system. And most of these issues or problems which you can see on the board are generally women-centric. It is the women who have to bear the burden of these social evils, and it is not a recent issue. This has been faced by women from several generations. And yet in India today, we've had debates, we've had discussions, we've had lobbies, but yet a proper solution to these problems have not been met with. Let me go to the next slide. Look at this. Because I'm a girl and she has the placard here where she is asking for the gender discrimination to be abolished from India. We have never seen a man, alright, holding a placard like this. We have never seen men coming out for processions and demanding for their rights. But just because she happens to be a girl, and here again the focus is on India, that is the reason why women are now forced to come out on the streets and demand for their rights. I will end with the third slide here. Save a girl, save a family. This is a very, very important message for every human being on this planet. Save a girl and save a family, all right? And then we see women here. We see the picture of a man here. The women's attention goes to the poster here because girls bring happiness at home and we have to save them. Such important messages out on the streets. And the reason is because the women today are facing enough problems. I need not go into detail. I have already told you, all of you have televisions at home. You all have access to the net. Over and over again, we hear and we read and we have come across these issues of rape and domestic violence and dowry deaths, acid attacks in India. This is what we are going to learn about in today's session, which I have already informed you. Now, you might be wondering why this particular topic has been chosen by me, or as a student, as a young budding sociologist, why has this topic been included in your syllabus? It is regarding the importance of the issue, the value that is attached to it, all right? This is one way of sensitizing you young minds, all right? Not only from examination point of view and also to spread awareness among the young children. Now, from the examination point of view, the gender discrimination topic is important because from the year 2019, I will go backwards. As you all know, in 2020, we could not have the ISC examination due to the pandemic, all right? Sociology was scheduled, all right, rescheduled, let me say, but then for some reasons, we could not have the examinations. So, we will have to go to 2019. In 2019, all right, you will see a question on gender bias where you have to discuss the implication of the gender bias on both men and women. Then again in 2018, you have a question regarding gender discrimination. And at least the children had to explain 4 different gender issues. It could be dowry deaths, it could be female infanticide, it could be again, you can say rape, or it could be domestic violence. There were so many, all right? But you just had to choose 4 and you had to explain. Then again in 2017, so I'm talking back to back, look at the questions that have been coming on gender bias. 2017 again, you were asked, the children were asked, all right, to write a long answer on gender discrimination. So what is the pattern of question on gender discrimination in ISC? The council generally gives a long question on this topic, right? As you all know, the long questions are out of 5 marks. So for 5 marks, you have to write your answers. And the best part about it is that the answers need not be from the textbook. This is general awareness question, all right? So for children who might be thinking that we have to mug up all the issues or we have to mug up all the acts, it's not that. The council gives you full liberty, full freedom to write the long answers, all right? Also referring to, you can take references of movies, books, all right? Some kind of incident that might have happened. You can quote somebody, you can write about discussions. So, while you are studying the topic on gender discrimination, please make sure that you also spice up your answers by taking references from magazines and newspapers and textbooks and movies, etc.